Quick thing before we start. I actually had a completely different video planned for today, but then I was going through my session logs from this past week and I was like, no, people need to see this like right now. So I spend a pretty ridiculous amount of time inside crypto. That's just genuinely how I operate. I can't look at something without wanting to understand exactly how it works from the inside out. And for the past few years, that curiosity has basically turned into its own research process. I find something, I run it properly, I document what happens. Lately, that process keeps landing me in the mining space, and there's a specific reason for that. I think what's happening on the infrastructure side of mining right now is genuinely ahead of where most people's heads are at. So this platform right here, I've been running it for about 4 weeks at this point, and what I've been sitting on is enough real data to actually say something meaningful about it. And I also want to get into something at the end that I feel like I owe people who are newer to this space, how to actually think about security out here from real experience. Okay, let's go. Page is loaded and I'm launching it, and good, dashboard is up. So this is kind of the nerve center. Every control, every live data point, everything I need to manage the session is sitting on this one screen right in front of me. Okay, so first thing, I'm choosing a token, and I actually want to slow down here for a second. This app runs on multi-chain, meaning right now I'm looking at 14 different assets I can choose to work with. Like, that's a real range. That's not just 2 options with a fancy label on it. Okay, now I'm moving into the cluster power settings. So here I'm essentially telling the system how hard to push during this session, how much computing capacity gets committed, what the overall intensity of the run is going to look like from start to finish. All right, I'm good with where these are. Going ahead and pressing start now. Okay, yes, session is live and running. So the console is right here in front of me showing everything. Elapsed time, current resource utilization, my session progress, and a live log feed right here that I always keep an eye on while things run. So gonna let this run for a few minutes and then I'll walk through what the withdrawal process actually looks like step by step. Okay guys, so all right, a few minutes have gone by. I stop the session now. Good, pop-up is right here, session is closed out, and it's laying out exactly how many tokens came out of this. So to actually withdraw USDT tokens, first thing I need is to enter my receiving address. Let me just handle that right now. Okay, that's entered. Next is the infrastructure fee, and that's basically what the platform charges for the session, worked out from the configuration I had set and the total time it was running. Pretty transparent calculation. And okay, I think it's genuinely well thought out when it comes to covering it. I'm not locked into using USDT only. I can just go with whatever I've got that makes the most sense for me. There's also a wallet connect option sitting right there if I want to just handle it automatically in a single move, but I'm going manual just so every step of this is visible. Okay, everything is filled in, tapping I've sent right here, and now it's just sitting and processing. So while that's moving, let me get into what I actually think is the most useful part of this whole video. I want to take just a second to explain what cloud mining actually is, because I know people are watching this from pretty different levels of background. So the basic concept is this: instead of going out and buying physical mining hardware, setting it all up, dealing with electricity costs and heat and noise and maintenance, I'm essentially just renting computing power from a data center that already has all of that infrastructure built out. I configure my session, the system handles everything on their end, and the mined output gets sent to me. That's the whole model. I'm just connecting to something that already exists and directing the results toward myself. And because that model is so accessible on the surface, this particular space has always attracted a lot of people trying to fake it convincingly. So a few things that are genuinely baked into how I look at any new platform now. First thing, the way the site actually looks and feels when I land on it, because fakes, they almost always give themselves away right there before anything else. Something about the page just doesn't sit right, like the whole thing was built to look like something rather than to actually be something. The layout feels slightly rushed, the design has this hollow quality to it, proportions are just a bit off in a way that's hard to put your finger on, but you feel it immediately. Second thing, I actually put myself through the product and use it. I navigate around, I try things, I see how the interface responds when I'm genuinely interacting with it, rather than just looking at a screenshot. If the experience feels like nobody ever ran a single proper test before pushing it live, weird dead ends, interactions that almost work, flows that don't follow any logic a real person would follow, that tells me everything I need to know about how much the team behind it actually invested in what they were putting out. So, okay, last thing, and I want to say this in a way that's actually specific rather than just vague. I've been at this for over 40 sessions across several weeks at this point. I've run basically every token this platform supports, I've pushed it from different angles, I've paid close attention to every step of the process, and I've been actively looking for the moment where something feels wrong, because that's how I test things, that's the whole point. And that moment, never came. Not once across any of those sessions. Everything processed cleanly, everything landed where it was supposed to, and nothing about the experience at any point made me want to stop and question what I was looking at. For someone who does this professionally and goes into every test expecting to find something wrong, that's genuinely saying a lot.